L'agent littéraire formidable, Rachel Stout, assistant hors pair. A huge thank you to Charlie Conrad for your support, enthusiasm, and passion. Un éditeur sans pareil. Thank you, too, to all the team at Gotham for such a wrinkle-free, humor-tinged experience, including Sabrina Bowers, designer, Andrea Santoro, production editor, and Casey Maloney, publicist. Introduction. This book, In a French Kitchen, is intended to answer the question I hear more often than any other. How does the French cook do it? Translated, this means, how does the French cook put a multi-course meal on the table at least once every day, and usually more often than that, and still manage to look great, act normal, and do everything else that needs to be done, from working to raising kids to taking care of the dog? I've asked it myself throughout the years, as I'm invited here and there, drop in occasionally unannounced around mealtime, and always sit down to a well-planned, lovely meal that has a beginning, a middle, an end, and the wines to go with it. It is presented without apparent effort, enjoyed with stimulating conversation and appreciation late into the night or at lunchtime, and repeated every single day on one level or another. To get the answer, I talked with French cooks, and as you read these pages, you'll meet them. Friends, colleagues, acquaintances, each of whom produces meals daily and with style. They don't think they're doing anything special, but they are. They take care choosing ingredients, planning and producing variety, making time and insisting their families make time to sit at the table and enjoy meals. And somehow, and this is simply a statement of fact, they manage to look put together at each moment of the process. Many French cooks shared their methods and secrets, their recipes and stories, revealed the contents of their refrigerators, freezers, cupboards, divulged their shopping habits, told me their traditions, talked about their families and their origins. I added some of my own, and the results are presented here. In a French Kitchen, you will be immediately enfolded in warmth and good smells, which will make you hungry and eager to get in front of the stove. There is much here to help you along, from tips to recipes. So I raise my glass, look you right in the eye as I say santé to your health, and urge you along. Cooking like the French, in a French kitchen, is the shortest route to happiness, warmth, pleasure, and delicious times. Chapter 1. Loving Food. The French love food. I know, that's like saying the sky is blue. But the French love of food isn't just carnal. The French love of food is primordial. They love food the way we love our Grand Canyon, our freedom, and our waves of grain, primitively, instinctively, fundamentally. Their love for food is overwhelmingly universal. It permeates the air, the life, the lifestyle, and the habits of all in this country. This love of food resonated from the day I set foot in France and smelled butter in the air. It was a chilly day in March, and I had just arrived on an early flight. Nothing was open in Paris that morning, and I walked to stay warm, inhaling that buttery smell that would balloon into intensity each time I passed a boulangerie. When one finally opened its doors, I stepped inside and bought my first French croissant. It shattered all over me when I bit into it, and I've never been the same since. This buttery, shattery moment led me to a French life. There was, of course, a lot more involved, but that croissant was like a perfect first kiss at the start of a lifelong romance. Since then, I've discovered just how much the French love food, which has allowed me to openly love it too. I always loved it, which made me something of an extraterrestre when I was in college and after. Then, friends and colleagues greeted my love of cooking with skepticism and friendly derision, as if to say, who on earth would want to spend time cooking? The minute I came to France, I was surrounded by like minds, and my somewhat suppressed passion came fully out of the closet. Fast forward to a life in France raising children, writing books, teaching cooking classes, settling myself into a culture where food is the linchpin, the gathering point, the warmth in a cold world of politics, social upheaval, complex religious persuasions, and everything else that composes our contemporary French world. Here, I'm surrounded by people who love food.